Taylor, Nick, Taylor.
Hey y'all, had something trigger my memory on this. Was watching an old stream of with Erica Williams. Hey Erica, on Shay's deal about. But anyway, it's funny. It's from 2018. I've been going through the old stuff, but anyway, I'll put the link. I'll put the link to one of Shay's old stream where Erica Williams was leading off with her Carolina Panthers visor on. You better switch that. Well, you know, you're a Texan now. You got to switch it. You see what it says. U.S. child support statistics. Now, in full disclosure, I've never paid child support. I've never been put on child support, and I've never had any children outside of the outside of marriage. So, but I know I'm an employer, so I've had to do the paperwork for child support. I've had to, write the checks for child support from employees, checks and wages and everything. And even prior to being an employer, when I was an employee, I've known, other men to have child support taken out. I remember a guy that denied taking a promotion because once he'd done the math, it was gonna put him over some other day. He'd done the math. It was like, well, I'm gonna get the position, but I'm gonna net pretty much like the same money or less money or something like that. So he told Mr. Keller, no, that's okay. I appreciate it. And he said, under any other circumstances, I would take it, but I'm not going to take a promotion to lose money. I know that ain't what you want to hear, but I remember that. And like, man, this system now, look, we all know the child custody system, child support. Look, we all know it's screwed up. Everybody knows it's screwed up. Hell, even some women admit that it's screwed up. Now, they ain't advocating for change, because who would cut off their own nose to spite their face? So I guess the best way not to get burned in the game, child support game, is not to play the game. But I digress. Let's go. There's my perfunctory. Let me see. U.S. child support statistics by Jennifer Wolf. Fact check by Ada Chung, whoever that is. Okay. Curious to know, we're going to blaze through this. Curious to know how much child support and the child support the average single parent receives. I know it goes up per kid. More kids, more money. I know. But real life, while some political pundits suggest that single parents receive too much child support, these real life child support statistics from the U.S. Census Bureau tell a different story. And I know it goes different. It's different from state to state, because I remember in Alaska, Erica even mentions this, and it's true, because I heard about it from soldiers that was stationed in Alaska when I went there TDY. Went to Alaska TDY before I went to Korea. And which was kind of crazy, because they sent me there TDY and already had orders to go to Korea. And I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, that's a different story. But in Alaska, it used to be the minimum child support was $1,000. $1,000 minimum. What? Look here, man. The use of prophylactics in Alaska should have been through the roof. And knowing all that, and still you had some dudes that would slip through the cracks and then get mad at the system. First person they should have yelled at was the dude that stares at them in the mirror when they're shaving their freaking face in the morning. Dumbasses. Anyway, every few years, Census Bureau releases a report titled Custodial Mothers and Fathers and Their Child Support based on data. How many single parents have a child support order in place, formal or informal? Now, I do know, folks, I got one of my cousins, him and his baby mama, they just got an agreement. She didn't take him to them folk. And don't think she, look, give me this and do that, and I'm good. And plus, she ain't want to take him to one of them folk because that girl love her daddy. And she spends so much time with him anyway. You know what I mean? So I do give her credit for that one. You know, he do give her money, but that girl, she spends, I'm willing to bet they do equal time. I'm willing to bet that girl love her daddy. Money owed. Let's see. Let's get to some numbers. Child support agreements in the U.S. Original release January 2018. 13.6 million custodial single parents in the U.S. God dang. I don't know if it's went up or went down in 3 years, but 12.1 are informal child support agreements established between the two parents. 87.9 stood on the carpet in front of the man. Title IV. About half of them have some type of legal or informal child support agreement in place. Fewer than a quarter of all custodial parents requested government assistance collecting child support. Wait, fewer than 1/4 of all custodial parents requested government assistance collecting child. Okay. Typical amounts owed. I know this is the part that everybody want to chew on. Here are the latest figures from 2015 based on government's child support statistics. $33.7 billion. God dang, that's more than the GDP than a lot of damn countries out here. I'm not kidding. That's way more than the GDP of a lot of places. Not us, of course, but and not the big five of the first world countries, but damn. The average amount of child support due was $5,760 a year. That's less than $500 a month. Only 60% of that money, an average of $34.47 per year, was actually received. Wow. So only 60% of jokers is on child support actually pay their child support. I guess that's why they be getting caught up and going to jail. Because years ago, I had a driver go to jail for not child support. Had to go, they left my tow truck sitting there and everything. I had to go over there and pick my tow truck up and bring it back to the yard. That was crazy. On average, custodial single parents who receive child support get about $287 per month to help with food. Yeah, but here's the thing too. Now, I don't know if this thing gonna say this, but this one thing I know about child support, because because everybody knows somebody that's paying child support, and everybody knows somebody that's receiving child support. But I remember this. I even done a vid. Added into a vid that wasn't the topic of it, but it was, I put it in there, where this chick, one of my buddies back in the day, and split, baby mama, he was giving her this much money, and she was like, well, that ain't enough, and she wanted, let her girlfriends talk her in. to going to see that man and to sick that man on him to get more money, because she know how much he make this much, and he worked there, and da 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 da. I still remember he was a mechanic at Metro Mitsubishi in San Antonio. That's when I lived in San Antonio. He was a mechanic, worked there at Metro Mitsubishi, or automotive technician. Don't call him a mechanic. I guess he's like a garbage man. Is a residential refuse collection agent. Dude, you're a garbage man. Come on. But anyway, she went to them folk, and them folk agreed, because I can't remember the exact numbers. Let's just say it was $400. Let's say he giving her $400. She went to them folk and said, okay. And they like, yeah. So they went after him, and then they took $500. Like I say, I'm just making easy numbers. And he mad. She laughing. Key. I told you, mofo, I'm gonna get you, da 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 da. Showing her ass. She got that first check. That first check was $350 or $400 or something like that. It was less than what he was giving her. And she like, wait a minute. Y'all was supposed to, and she went back to him. No, I guess she's not thinking economics. That building that the child support office is in, all them clerks, all them research agents, constables, writ of executions have to be typed and signed. That building got water. That building got electricity. That building has maintenance, phone lines, internet, computers, hell, all the way down to the paper and the copying machine that they got, and the ink cartridges in the copying machine that they got to print out. You know what I mean? The paperwork on to go serve when the dudes get served. That money comes out of the money that they taken from him. You know, so he giving you 4, now they taking 5. They ain't giving you 5. You getting 3. Now she was getting less. I know she was getting less than what he was giving her straight up. And I still remember this. She had the nerve to try to go to him after she threw him in the grease and want him to give her the balance to get her back to the $400 a month that he was giving her. He told her to kick rocks. And actually, I don't blame him on that one. He told her to kick rocks. That's crazy. But you see in food, shelter, clothing, medical costs, education. I don't know about that because most of them go to public school, and that comes out of your property tax. So, well, you know, but you still got to buy books and ink pens and pencils and all that other stuff. And people be acting like they got to buy that stuff every damn month. Hell, that's crazy. Anyway, partial versus full payments. Another surprising statistic is how many single parents are receiving some money, but far less than what is actually owed. Among the 6.8 million custodial single parents who were awarded child support in 2015, only 43.5 received all of the child support money that was due. Damn, that's less than half. Similar to the 43.4 seen in 2011. 25.8 of custodial parents received some of the money that was due. 30.7% received none of the child support money due. 61.3% of custodial parents received some form of non-cash child support in 2015. Y'all, somebody explain to me. I don't understand. What is non-cash child support? If somebody can put it in the chat, in the comment section, I'll appreciate it. Additional child support statistics. Another common question about child support is how many women versus men are awarded child support. 39.6 of single dudes get it. 52.7 of single chicks get it.
So Erica, let's kind of get more into this, because Here's a concern that a lot of black men are saying. Okay, black women, and I will say this on the opposite side. When you deal with, shout out to Sacramento, shout out to Miami. When you deal with like women of non black diaspora races, so let's say white, Hispanic, or whatever, they are not so big on, let's say, looks.
I agree.
Black women, okay. Black women, you have to like, all right, you need to be like, for the most part, if you ugly, nigga, you better have your shit together if you want to even get. I mean, sometimes black women, I mean, because like a lot of black women, like they could be, we have this one, you know, you have women that have like nice bodies, like they'll be like a 4 in the face, nice ass, but they think they're butterface, right? And even black women who are not necessarily attractive, you know, black women do tend to want and go after, you know, the, you know, more successful dudes. So a lot of brothers go and say, well, you know, dealing with other races of women is a little bit easier. But even if they get caught up in let's say contradictions, don't you think that it might be a little disingenuous on the other side? Because a lot of black women, you know, you do have these brothers who are out here who do want to become, you know, good fathers. You know, black men are more married than black women and stuff like that.
By 350,000 people.
Yeah, like
I always want to make sure, like
300,
like 300,000. I think 360,
something like that.
Yeah, it's like enough.
It's enough, and then we're 2 million less to the population than they are. So, do you think that the cause of like a little bit of the black man disingenuous, and it does happen? Do you think that it's because of how they've been treated by African American women? Because it is so hard, you know, if you're not a tall guy or a very handsome guy, you know, they make it black. I think black women are way more pickier than black men are. So, do you think that that's also a problem on the other side?
I mean, I think it's 2 or 3 problems, but I'm gonna keep it at 2.
Okay, go to the third one too.
First problem is, yes, I agree with you. It is a lot of pickiness out here, because even you'll meet white girls who got married to this guy, and they're like, girl, he be like, yeah, he ugly, but he is great, girl. He got a job. Like, them white women say that shit too. I remember that shit in college. He ugly, but he about to be an engineer. So who cares, right? Right. They kept it 100. They keep it 100. Number 2 is, where are you putting yourself, right? So there's a couple black fitness YouTubers in Houston, and one dude got a black girlfriend. All of a sudden, everybody's like, whoa, dude, I didn't know you had a black girlfriend. You're so cool. And it was like, I'm not mocking the dude. He just has all white friends, and people just assume he dates white women. He's like, I date who I find attractive. I met her in the gym and I date her, and that's all there is to it. And I don't want to name him because, you know, I don't want to hang on the trouble. But there's another black dude whose dad is well off. They're upper class black people in Houston. And he has his white girlfriend, and people always leaving him ugly comments on Instagram, ugly comments on YouTube. And he was like, why do y'all keep doing this? I'm a black man. Why are y'all doing me like this? So finally, another YouTuber said, listen, bro, like, let's keep it 100. Look at all your friends you have on your YouTube channel. You went to University of Houston, but you pledged a white fraternity at a black university, and you got a white girlfriend, and you have all white friends, and you don't hang out with any black women. You've made it clear where you want to be in life. Like, you don't have to make any excuses. Just hey, be 100 with it. Like, hey, I'm open to dating black women, but he really won't. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, you got the woman you wanted, and there's nothing wrong with that. But people just don't want to hear bashing. Like, I'm with this white woman because these black women won't give me a chance. Man, bro, shut up. Like, you don't need to validate it. Just be with your woman and be happy. That's the key, right? Now, here's the third part. And I'm going to say this. And I didn't, but I know y'all going to be ugly to me. If you are of the mindset, and this is not true, but this is the mindset I'm hearing out here, some of these black women, that a lot of black men ain't got no money in their world. So at least they want the most good-looking one they can get. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I didn't want to go there, but the more black YouTube I watch, it's kind of what's being said out there. Like most black men ain't got no good jobs, and most of them ain't doing nothing for themselves. So he better have himself together. Like let's be honest. You ever see those videos? And I hate going here. I think Tommy put some of them up where some black dude's getting kicked out. He got the garbage bags, but he got like 20 shoe boxes and all kind of hair care products. And you're like, brother, what's so much? Why the shoes? Why so many shoes? why so many clothes, but no car? You driving her car and all this shit.
Okay.
And it is because I think there is something to there's something to that looking so presentable that you get somebody, right?
Mhm.
Like this black guy looks presentable. He ain't got nothing else going for him, but he looks presentable.
Mhm.
The clothes look good.
Mhm.
You know, he's got the waves. He's in there. He's driving her car. And so I can see on both sides where some women are like, well, all the dudes I'm meeting ain't really got much going on, so at least he looks good, right?
Mhm.
You know, listen, pick a struggle. At the end of the day, you can be ugly, you can be fat, you can be broke, you can be bald, but you can't have all of them. Shit, you can't have all of them. You got to pick a struggle. You know, like if you're a woman and you know you're not the best looking woman, listen, honey, this what you got to do is you got to go make your own money. Because you might not get no man to marry you. You just may not, and that's okay. Listen, I was working at the gym one day, and I kid you not, this black man, he wasn't the best looking black man, but he had kind of made this comment about, man, you know, you got a really pretty face, you know, you just keep on working out, losing weight, you know, God got no problem with you. And this one, I told this other woman what he said. She was like, oh my God, that was so offensive. I said, what was offensive about it? If he gave me his opinion, he wasn't hurting my feelings because I just was like, okay, brother, keep it moving. Thank you for the comment. Because he saw me doing deadlifts. But at the end of the day, it's like you can't even be truthful with people anymore. You can't say truth, right? Like there was a show you did where somebody's like, I'm so ugly, I have to lie. No, you don't, brother. Pick a struggle. If you ugly, make some more money. If you ugly, have something about yourself. Like people have to pick a struggle. Like you can't have all the struggles. I think black people like struggle, but I'm like, not all of them at the same time. Pick one. Just pick one and roll with that one. Okay. And you have to decide. And so that's the thing of it. So if you're saying women are picky, I'll agree with that. I mean, you even had a show where a woman was on here and it sounded like she had two different guys that were interested in her and one was way interested in her, but she wasn't paying him no attention. She wanted the other one. And I was like, sister, when you hit your 30s, let's just be honest. If you're a woman and you're 32 to 38 and some dude want to go sit down with you, go sit your ass down.
How child support affects food stamps. Census data on the number of kids being raised by one parent. How a parent can stop receiving child support payments. How does the death of a parent affect child support payments? Well, shit, they can't pay no more. Hell, they dead. How does remarriage affect child support? See, hey, now that's funny because now I remember when I was talking about one of my ex-employees. He don't work here no more. He was paying child support and his old lady had got remarried. She was remarried and had a kid with the new husband. And I was still, the state still would send me, state of Texas would still send me that deal. And he still had to pay, I still had to take the child support out of his damn check. Anyway, I'll put the link to this in there. So if y'all want to check out some of them other links, y'all can. Y'all be good, be safe. Comment, share, subscribe. Bye.